It is Friday, June 19th, 2020, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. The streak is now up to 8. Last night at Lincoln Park Speedway, Kyle Larson won again with the USAC Midgets to claim night 3 of Indiana Midget Week and push his dirt racing win streak to now 8 straight races. Pretty incredible. Like the night before, it again wasn't easy though. Larson was 9th quickest in qualifying, but again failed to transfer to the night's feature from his heat race. In the first heat race of the night show, Larson was up against a stacked field which included Jason McDougal, Chris Windham, Justin Grant, KTJ, Carson Macedo, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Robert Dalby, and more. It was a stacked field, and his 6th place result meant he'd again have to come through the night's B main. Scary moment in the second heat of the night when Logan Seavey went for a wild ride. He went tumbling in turn 4. It was a few minutes before he emerged from his race car and was later transported to a local hospital for observation. It sounds like he's okay, but his status for the remainder of Midget Week is in serious doubt. We'll hopefully know more about that later on today. Just like the previous night, Larson stayed inside the transfer in the B main and moved into the night's feature. Tyler Courtney, Carson Macedo, Chase Johnson, Shane Golubic, and Rico Abreu were also in the B main and transferred. It shows you just how difficult these Indiana Midget Week nights are when the series points leader is back in a B main with names like Rico Abreu, Macedo, Larson, guys like that. With the way the format relies on qualifying, Larson started the feature from the 15th position. The night before, he actually started from the 14th position. Cannon McIntosh and Zach Dom started together on the front row, and it was McIntosh who jumped out front at the start. Larson wasted no time starting his charge, though, and was into the top 10 with only 5 laps on the board. Out front, Tanner Thorson was quickly on the heels of McIntosh, and he took over the top spot on lap 10. Behind the leaders, Larson continued to slice through the field, moving into the top 3 by lap 13, so only 13 laps to go from 15th into the top 3. When he cleared Zach Dom for the 3rd position, he was about 3.5 seconds behind the lead duo. But a caution at halfway for Jason McDougal turned over. But a caution at halfway for Jason McDougal turned over was just what Larson needed to join the challenge for the lead. A few laps later, after another caution, Larson tried a huge 3rd to 1st slider in turns 3 and 4, but Thorson was able to cross him over and maintain the lead. Larson threw another slider at Thorson coming to 9 to go, but again, Thorson was able to use the crossover to keep his spot out front. Through the next circuit, Larson stayed right with Thorson, and coming to 8 to go, he was finally able to make the move and clear the 19 for the lead. Larson survived a late restart and drove away to win night 3. Thorson was 2nd, McIntosh 3rd, Chris Windham 4th, and Shane Golubic finished 5th. With Larson's win streak now up to 8, people are starting to compare it to other notable dirt racing win streaks. Eric Arnold from Knoxville brought up Doug Wolfgang winning 10 in a row at Knoxville in 1977. And my buddy Russ Weiss with the Outlaws mentioned Steve Kinzer winning 12 in a row with the Outlaws in 1988. That season in 1988, though, Kinzer also won 21 of 22 races and then 24 of 26 races. I can't even comprehend that stretch of races. That's pretty incredible. Heading into night 4 now, Larson has a slight 10-point advantage over Thorson in the Midget Week standings. Tyler Courtney maintains the overall series points lead, but Chris Windham and Thorson are hot on his heels for the national points standings. Indiana Midget Week continues tonight at Lincoln Park Speedway. Again, we'll see if Larson's run can continue. It's certainly been incredible to watch, and it's fun, like, as the kind of night goes on and people talking about on social media where Larson is and where he's qualified, where he's finished in heat races. And then watching the swell just kind of start in the feature and, just where's Larson, how far has he moved up? And you just kind of see this momentum of social media riding through the night. It's been pretty fun to keep up with that as these programs continue. But you can watch all of the action live on Flow Racing again tonight. Last night's sprint car feature at Lincoln Park was won by A.J. Hopkins. It was his 2nd sprint car win in 3 nights. Kevin Thomas Jr. was 2nd, Charles Davis Jr. was 3rd, Colton Cottle 4th, and Dave Darland was 5th. Again, sprint car races through the week with the Indiana Midget Week programs. Jumping over to late models, the Luke Soul Late Model Dirt Series opened their Clash at the Mag weekend last night. The first 2 nights are prelim nights, setting up action for Saturday's $15,000 to win main event. Jimmy Owens entered the weekend as the series points leader, and he picked up right where he left off, going quick time in qualifying and then winning his heat race to earn the pole position for the night's feature. At the start, he had Bobby Pierce to his outside, but it was Pierce with a big move on the first lap down the backstretch who took the lead on lap 1. With Pierce rolling the top out front, the racing behind him was pretty frantic. Guys like Ross Bales, Jimmy Owens, Shane Clanton, Tyler Erb swapped spots and battled in the top 5. In the end, though, it was all Bobby Pierce as the smooth operator led all 25 laps en route to the $5,000 victory. Jimmy Owens finished 2nd to grab his 10th straight top 5 finish. Incredible stuff there also also from Jimmy Owens. Ross Bales was third, Shane Clanton fourth, and Tyler Erb finished fifth. Following tonight's racing, the top 18 in event points will be locked into Saturday's feature. If you can attend tonight or tomorrow, don't forget you can watch all of the action live on Lucas Oil Racing TV. USMTS Modifieds continued their busy week last night at Mason City Motor Speedway in Iowa. The event was in hammer-down mode all night with weather threatening. At the end of the 40-lap feature, it was Derek Ramirez grabbing his second win of the season and 10th of his career. Rodney Sanders was second, Tanner Mullins third, early leader Jason Cummins finished fourth, and Kyle Brown was fifth. Event officials did really well to keep the program moving, as just minutes after the checkered flag, the sky opened up. The USMTS Modifieds head to Rapid Speedway tonight and then close out the weekend tomorrow, Saturday, at Hamilton County Speedway. For more information on these events or to check out results, standing schedule, all that stuff, you can find that at usmts.com. After a few weeks off, the World of Outlaws Late Model Series is back this weekend for 2 shows at Volunteer Speedway in Tennessee. Brandon Shepard enters on the strength of back-to-back series wins and is the series points leader over Ricky Weiss. Jimmy Owens is actually the most recent winner at Volunteer Speedway back in 2018, but with Owens' current position with Lucas, he will not be on the property to defend that win. I don't have any volunteer races in the DIRTRACKR.com analytics database, so the prediction formula is only looking at performances at tracks similar in size to volunteer, and then who's hot in the series right now, kind of what your last, I believe it's your last 5 races. And by no big shock, kind of thinking about that, the formula loves Brandon Shepard. He won over 13% of the simulated races run, which might be the biggest win percentage we've seen up to this point from the formula. Ricky Weiss is second in the predictions, winning about 5.7% of races. Chris Madden hasn't quite been the factor many expected he might be so far this season, but with his past success at Bulls Gap, this could be a good weekend for actually him to jump up and maybe get his season back on track with a win. So he's another driver I might keep an eye on over the next 2 nights. The late models are in action, like I said, tonight and tomorrow night. You can watch all of the action live on Dirt Vision with your Fast Pass. The other World of Outlaws series, the Sprint Car Series, is at Tri-State Speedway in Hobstadt, Indiana tonight for the first of 2 nights at the track. Strong field of sprint cars is pre-entered, and Brad Sweet enters the weekend as the points leader and Haas driver in the series. The battle at the top is still super tight, though, with Sweet holding only a slight edge over Donnie Schatz and Logan Schuchart in the standings. Sweet is 4 top 3 finishes in the last 5 races coming into the weekend. Christopher Bell won the series' last visit to Hobstadt back in October of 2019. Obviously, he will not be in attendance with the NASCAR stuff going on, so we will have a different winner or different winners this weekend. Looking at the DIRTRACKR.com prediction formula, Sweet is favored big time for the weekend wins. His win percentage is almost 12% of the simulated races run, and that's nearly 5% clear of his nearest competitor in the list. Another driver I'd keep an eye on this weekend that I like is David Gravel. The formula had him winning just a little bit better than 5.5% of races run, and he won at Hobstadt back in 2018. His last win was that opening weekend back at Knoxville when we came back from the quarantine back in May, and he'll be itching to get back to victory lane. So with his success at the track and where he's been lately, I wouldn't be surprised to see him good this weekend. The World of Outlaws Sprint Cars can be watched live tonight and tomorrow night live on Dirt Vision as well. Looking at what to watch this weekend, speaking of Dirt Vision, they have a packed weekend with both Outlaw Series plus weekly racing at Attica, Williams Grove, and Knoxville over the next couple of nights. So that Fast Pass will be put to good use here the next couple of days. Indiana Midget Week continues through the weekend on Flow Racing, plus there are a number of local and weekly shows spread across Speed Sports, Speed Shift, and a whole lot more. For a full list of what's available through the weekend, visit DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. Full list, all your favorite streaming series included on that list. That's the show for today. Hope everybody had a good week. Hope everybody has a good Friday. We will be back on Monday with certainly all the action from the weekend, talking about all the racing and getting up to speed on what went on. You can find DIRTRACKR Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe, leave a review. You can also watch the show every day on YouTube and Facebook. You can email the show at info@dirttracker.com, and you can follow along at facebook.com/dirttracker, twitter.com/dirttracker, that's hard to say, and dirttracker.com. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler, and don't forget to sign up for the Dirt Tracker weekly newsletter. Also, if you're a TikTok user and you're into that, I have started a Dirt Tracker TikTok account doing some short videos there just about every day. You know, maybe small snippets from the show, little factoids, things like that. So if that's something you're interested in, I am active over there as well, so check that out. Thanks everybody for tuning in again this week. We will see you back on Monday for more DIRTRACKR Daily.